because there are places that just haven't experienced God yet, right? And so are those people that are
what
pulling
about
us to
They've
God?
experienced God.
Okay.
Haven't heard about Christ, you're right. But they've experienced God. You look at nature, you look at the design of the cosmos, and you are driven to God. Anthropology shows us every culture has some type of religion. So there's no good reason to be an atheist, because God has left more than enough evidence in nature, in the human experience of life, that points to him being real.
He just said that human life was getting worse as time was going forward because we cast God aside, but our lifespans are getting longer and quality of life is going up, and the westernized countries that have the least amount of God in Scandinavia have the highest quality of living.
Really? That's a fascinating take on history. My history book tells me that the bloodiest century in human history was the 20th century. My history book teaches me that Joseph Stalin murdered about 42 million people, Mao Zedong murdered about 37 million, and Hitler murdered about 20 million. So to try and argue that we're really evolutionary, because of evolution, we're progressing, I'm sorry, sir, the history contradicts that.
We were a Catholic-driven Hitler.
You gotta be kidding me. You think Hitler was a Catholic?
They did have God written on their hats while they marched into battle.
Yeah, Hitler used religion to get to power. And if you read Hitler's table talk, you will see how Hitler despised Christianity. But why? Because Christianity came from who? Not an Aryan. Who did Christianity come from?
The Jews.
Exactly. Jesus of Nazareth was a Jew. And therefore, Hitler despised Christianity because it was the child of Judaism. Just read table talk. It's crystal clear Hitler's thinking. So let's be real honest. History is filled with a lot of people doing good and a lot of people doing evil.
Yeah, the quality of
And the
life is
20th
not
century
better.
was the bloodiest century of human history.
The current century has the least number of people engaged in war compared to any of the centuries in the past. The least number of people today die in war compared to any other, like, disease.
Not bad for 19 years of it, yeah.
Sure.
2019, yeah.
But
We're doing
looking at
pretty well for
trends.
19 years.
We're looking at trends. There's also
Trends,
greater life
yeah.
expectancy.
Compare the 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th, and 20th century, and it wasn't getting better, friend. The worst was the 20th century, by far.